Line them up.
What's going on, CBR fam, man? We back here for another installment of the CBR, man. We got a banger ahead of us. Every single one of them, they've been a banger, man. We always have stupendous guests, man. Guests well respected in the chondro hobby, man. And we got another one with James Smith, man. Um, and we are happy to be here. Happy to see y'all back here. Keno is gonna be here. Not on time, but earlier than usual. So get ready for it. It's good seeing y'all. Who we got in here early? We got Tuck. What's going on, man? We got Cousin Salad, man. I miss you, man. We got Chris from In a Box. We got John Jones. What's going on, John Jones? We got Noe. What's going on, Noe? We got Mikey Marshman. What's going on? We got Cousin Jeff Hoshi Hoshel in the house. Let me go ahead and get this banner cracking, man. Check out our sponsor, Chris from Box, man. Um, and go get yourself some 3D printed goods, man. Um, we had uh, what's going on? I forgot his tag name, man. Uh, I'm losing it. Because we were just talking like the other day. But he got some pretty good products from Chris, man. I'm gonna remember his name. Gene Chaser. Um, but he got some pretty good things from Chris, man. So go ahead and check out Chris, man. Also, save yourself 10% at Cold Blooded Cafe for all your frozen feeder needs. And it's just not rodents anymore. They got some other stuff over there, even feeder lizards. So use the code ChondroBR10 and save yourself 10%. I'm pretty sure you probably stack it with other codes too. I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I think you can. Don't quote me on that though. But anyway, man, we're gonna get to the proceedings this evening. And yeah, man, who else we got in here tonight? We got Exotic A1. What's going on, man? What's going on? We got him. Yeah. Also, man, listen, if y'all got kids, man, if your time just goes by like that, man, I get it now, man. It just seemed like every minute go away. I meant to do so much more this last week than actually happened. Uh, just because of just stuff kept popping up all day, every day. What's up, cousin Roro, man? Listen, I don't know if I replied to you about that video you sent, but yes, bro, that is 100% your ass, bro. That is definitely your ass, man. Uh, what else, man? Um, I would tell y'all more about the shirts, but y'all don't care. Y'all think I'm lying. Uh, oh, what's going on, Autumn? No, man, we're not gonna make it out this year. Um, I was literally just in Chicago, so I came up there for a wedding. Shout out to my boy Boogie. Uh, so I'm not gonna show up there again, but maybe next year. Y'all notice like I'm not the only person that can show up to Tinley. Like other people can, they can show up to Texas. I don't even live in Dallas, man. That's like 5 hours away from me. But I'll show up to Dallas to see y'all. Um, I'm trying to go through my email and get some things. Also, man, we didn't get any what's up, Didi? Hey man, shout out to Didi and everybody they got wrecked, or I shouldn't say that. They definitely had negative experiences with the hurricane. Um I know that people are still, getting things back together. But there's also another one on the way. So my prayers go out to y'all. And I wish that there was more support to you guys, but donate to local churches, figure out, avenues for people to actually receive some sort of support. And if you're gonna donate through them. I wouldn't donate through these larger organizations. They acting kind of funny. Something going on with this, but that's not really what we're here to talk about, man. When we talk about these things, we just want to offer support to those that need it. Um, yeah, man. Let me go ahead and pull this up. All right, see if it works. Listen, my laptop is definitely seeing better days, and this motherfucker was flashing in Google Chrome when I was doing my homework over it on Sunday, man. Definitely not happy about it. Didi, let us know if something happens to you or anything with your animals. Like, let us know. I know you're scared, but you tough, Didi, and you so short that the hurricane should literally go above your head. So you should be all right, Didi. That's a joke. Um, but yeah, if you know anybody and they need assistance, man, help them out because this is a trying time. I know Dubia Roaches is giving out feeders to people that are in need. I know certain people they're still underwater, they don't have power. So if you can help, to help. All right, so we're gonna get to the post because my laptop is shit. Um, come on, man. Whatever it wants to work. Whatever it wants to work. Anyway, what's up, Delic? Glad to see that you finally got your snake from America, man. Shout out to Delic. She, you know, she stood out in the rain dealing with international shipping, and she came out a winner. So shout out to Delic. And I forget who she got the snake from. It's slipped my mind, but shout out to you, Delic. Uh, he said, "Shouty win." uh, Holy fucking shit! This fucking laptop. If this laptop doesn't make it, I can remember most of the stuff from this post, and I'll go over that with y'all. I just don't want to miss out on any of the key elements of this thing. James is waiting patiently in the background. Kino is somewhere, showing some girl how to smuggle weed into a club or some shit like that. Who knows? All right, so we got the post up. All right, so this comes from Greg Schroeder. So his question is: I have concerns about the size and growth of my green tree python. It's a captive bred Aru. I got the snake as a baby and believe that it is a female. She is 4 years old and only weighs about 520 grams. Does it seem normal, healthy to other GTP keepers or breeders? Even if it is a male, it seems light for a 4 year old based on my research. Extra notes: sex of snake has not been sex by popping or probing, though I have been calling her a male. She was one of the largest in her clutch, and behavior anatomy would also support a theory that it is female, evidence listed below. She's not very active, typically spending most of her time on one perch. Uh, just dropping her head down at night and assuming a S curve hunting position. She has never refused food. I have never seen hemipenes in her shed. Her tail is tapered below. I have followed quite closely suggested feeding schedules every 5 to 7 days as a baby, then gradually move into about every 2 feedings per month. So I looked at this snake, man. If I should have been smarter and saved this picture. This snake, this snake specifically, man, is probably female, but it's gonna be a small female. And listen to me, I know a lot of people think that like a chondro is supposed to reach, 1,000 grams in 3 4 years. That's not really the case. A lot of chondros aren't ever gonna hit that 1,000 grams. Those females. On top of that, a lot of chondros, you might want to think about breeding them at 6, 7, 8. Uh, Best success I had was with a chondro that is probably around 9, 10 years old. Um, But rates for the growth rates for chondros is wildly different. I got a female that I produced that is damn near 650 grams, and she's only two. Uh, so nothing is ever gonna work like that. The males, I got two big ass males, big males. One that probably weighs like 800 grams. I got another male that is probably going to end up being close to 1,000 grams at fucking four. He's just going to be big, and that's just how it goes. And I've got other males that are tiny. They are tiny. They're not going to get much bigger. Can they breed? Yeah, let's hopefully see if they can breed. But not every chondro is going to grow at the same rate. Not every locality of chondro is going to be the same size. Designers are very different. A lot of designers are tiny. You see them in person. The pictures they may look big, but in person these animals are tiny. So if the animal's healthy, it's not doing anything weird, and it's super active, that's a healthy chondro. You don't want a fat chondro. You don't want a super skinny chondro. Don't get caught up in hype of believing that an animal should be this size or that size. Yeah, it sounds nice, but until you wait till an animal is like 6 years old, man, you probably shouldn't really worry about it too much, man. If you think it's supposed to be 1,000 grams, if it's not 1,000 grams by six, it probably is what it is. And I wouldn't sit there and talk about the animals of old, man. If you want to go into the NVF and old books and look at animals from 1991 and be like, this animal was big as shit. Our animal's supposed to be like that. I'm here to tell you, most of these animals ain't that damn big. They not like that, man. Um, they are not that big, and it could be a lot of factors to that. We might have taken all the big ones out of wild, so the imports that we've had over the last 30 years or so, they might have been smaller. Who knows? Probably a lot of factors to it. But what I can tell you is you don't see big ass animals like that all the time. But these animals can still breed. And animals in the wild, they breed at much smaller weights. So don't get caught up in that. And don't hinge your success on an animal being a certain weight or not. Don't fucking do that. You might take a huge ass L. But that's enough of me rambling on about the suggestion. If y'all got any information about sizes of neos or adults or whatever, what have you, you can put them in the comments and we can discuss them later if y'all feel like it. But I'm not gonna hold on to this much longer. I'm gonna bring on our guest, Mr. James Smith from Bayshore Arboreals.
Hey, what's going on, Crap? How you doing,
Well,
bro?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing tonight?
Good, good.
I'm happy to have you.
I'm happy
Uh,
to be here.
I was backstage and I was talking to James, man. And James is one of the first people I really got to know that actually knew chondros. Uh, and I met people, and I even had a mentor at the time, but James was like super accessible. And he was one of the main people I could tell knew chondros in 2020. He knew a lot of things about a lot of species, and James is a wealth of knowledge. I backstage I called James the East Coast version of Patrick. So it's good to have you here, man. I'm glad to have
Appreciate
you.
it.
We were in a group chat back in the day, man. James
Well,
was
yeah,
like, he would never just fuck around and joke with us all the time, but he come in and give us valuable information. We were sharing memes. He pretty much ignored us like children, but he would come in and give us valuable information.
I love that chat, man. I miss talking to you guys every day. It was a good time.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the pandemic. Um, we
Yeah.
definitely had we definitely had too much fun at like Tuesday nights at like 1 a.m. just talking bullshit. Like sometimes we talk about snakes. Most of the time we talk about bullshit or joking on each other. Shout out to y'all. I remember when I had to tell y'all I was having another baby in that chat, man. Y'all roasted the shit out of me. Like I remember that, man. Who else? We had Corey. We had Corey.
Yeah,
Shout
Corey
out
was
to
in
Corey.
there.
We had Marcus. There was
Marcus.
Garrick,
Yeah.
Keno, Dre, Oso,
Mel.
Mel.
Yeah.
I
It was
feel
a
like
good
I'm missing somebody. Oh, myself.
right.
Uh, oh, we had Sam. We had Sammy. We had
Well, yeah,
Marcus's
Sam was in
wife.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, Sammy was in there. Shout out to Sammy, who came in there every once in a while. But yeah, man, it's good having you here. Listen, congratulations to you on your new baby. I
Thanks,
hope
bro.
that you learned that eventually one time that at one point in time you will be able to sleep again and your kid won't be fucking up your life. Uh,
Thanks for me waiting. Nah, he's a good kid. We're having fun, you know.
Good, man. I think that my daughter, man, we had my son came when my daughter was how old was my daughter? 18 months when my son came. Yeah,
Really,
yeah, man. I fucked up. I fucked up big time.
it's like two babies at once. Oh man, no, that's good though. They'll be close. You know, the older they get, they'll be like real tight. That's good. You know.
I mean, some like that, man. I mean, they together all the time. I don't know if I say that they close, but they close in age. Would they be close to getting the fuck out of my house at the same
Yeah.
time? We gonna make that shit happen. but but that's pretty much it, man. But listen, don't do it like me, cause once one kid learns how to do something fucking annoying, the other one's following behind with that same shit. It's just and it seems like they feed off each other, bro. Like once you see your kids working together to be bad as fuck, it bothers you because you pay for these kids. Like you financially support people who don't really give a fuck about you. They don't respect your house. They don't respect anything you say. They just little terrorists. They just feed off you. They like little mosquitoes. That's how I like it, my children too. Uh, but but you you only got one right now, man. So listen, don't have another one real quick. You gonna cry. Everybody gonna be sad. People in your family, some people in your family gonna be like, "It's a good thing." They gonna say it to you with a weird smiling face, like, "It's a good thing. You should be happy." And they just like, "This about to fucking suck." So figure out how to do something else, man. I don't know what to tell you. Tell your wife to get some pepper spray and keep you away from her. But anyway, did y'all get any of did y'all get any of the storm, the hurricane up there in Jersey this time?
A little bit, but just some rain, nothing crazy. So we got real lucky. Just thunderstorms and prayers to everybody out in Florida back to back. It's brutal, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So let's get to it, Smith. Like, give us your background, man. I know it's gonna take a long time, but I'm here for it. I want to hear about everything you worked on,
Oh,
um,
cool.
everything. Go. Let's hear from it. Hear the background up until you started breeding chondros. Hopefully, the Rockhead one known as Keno will be here with his Rockhead Junior.
So so I got into reptiles and
So
amphibians when I
football
was like
skills.
8 years old. I kept leopard frogs, bred them accidentally. I kept rough scale newts. And then when I was about 12 years old or 13 years old, my parents moved to a new house, which was across the street from like the best exotic shop, like in like central North Jersey, where I grew up. So when I was about 14 years old, I needed a job, so I walked across the highway and started working over there. And I went in to be the reptile guy, and they were like, "Yeah, you're too young, kid." So they were gonna make me like clean the dog shit, you know.
They
Uh,
treated you like the little boy from the Christmas
oh
story.
yeah, I did it for a day, right? And then the guy, the other reptile guy, who was like probably like 22 or something, he cursed the boss off and quit like on the spot. And they're like, "Oh, here you go, kid." So that's how I started doing that, and it was a very cool experience because like I used to like more like lizards and stuff. I actually didn't like snakes that much. I kept like leopard geckos, I kept frogs, kept some basilisks, uh, stuff like that, chameleons. But when I would start working there, they had lots of blood pythons, and then I saw like they used to call them Borneo blood pythons, and I call them Borneo short tail pythons. I saw those. They kept BCC boas, so boa constrictor constrictor. They had reticulated pythons back before but when I was a kid, only crazy people kept retics because they were fucking evil, right? They were all imports. They were big. They were mean, but they had retics.
I
It-
remember in like the '90s, late '90s, early 2000s, like when you would go to shows, like this was back when like people were still like retics were like the greatest thing on earth. I remember that
yeah,
because
bro.
they was it was weird because they were like they were abundant, but people were like, yeah, we all need this shit. But it just
But
seemed like nobody really understood how big those motherfuckers was getting. Like a lot of people, if you was around in the late '90s, early 2000s, there's a lot of people that got retics that let them shits loose in Florida.
oh
So
yeah, yeah. Well, no, it was wild. I remember like only like the crazy guys would come in. They'd have like retics and stuff. But what else? We had African rock pythons, Burmese pythons. Anacondas were legal in Jersey back then, so we had green anacondas, yellow anacondas. By the way, the prices on stuff back then, it was like, the BCC boas were like $100. The African rock
yeah,
pythons were like $80. It's crazy. It's a different world because they were all imports back then. Um,
yeah. I remember like the late '90s and early 2000s when like the morphs first started popping off, and
well, yeah, bro. Well,
people
so
were just like, "Oh man, that's a thing to have."
we used to get some breeders that would come in and they drop off crazy stuff. So the first like high end snake I ever saw was a diamond carpet hybrid. It was gorgeous. I remember it was like I think it was like $600 or $700. I was like, whoa, this snake's crazy. Who's spending that much money on a snake? And now it's like laughable, but
We're not even talking about how much we spend these days.
well, oh, bro, for a small fortune, you never recover from it.
I always
Um,
liken it to like is I spend less money than if I was a crackhead.
yes, no, you gotta look at it, and
Yeah,
then you do a little bit at a time, so it's not so bad. And then next thing you know, it's your collection's crazy, right?
yeah. It was
Um,
like crack. If you got the money, you spend all the money on crack. Then you think about your problem later. With snakes, I can pay my bills, put some away, and then buy a
exactly.
snake. But
And it's very therapeutic too, man. Like the you have a tough day, shitty day at work, whatever it is. The best thing in the world, you come home and spend time with your animals, and you could kind of um, take your mind off of everything. I think that's a nice thing about it.
yeah,
Uh,
until you like clean a bunch of water bowls with shit on
yeah, so you have to go through an entire baby rack or something. Yeah,
Yeah, they just
uh,
like everybody wants shit in the water, huh? That's just fuck me, huh?
oh
Fuck
yeah,
y'all too.
or all the adults, you'll have all your cages near each other, and all the adults will just decide to shit on the exact same night. So you got to clean the entire stack of cages.
Or the weird occasion when adult is never awake in the day, but just on that one day, this motherfucker tries to strike at you just
Yeah,
out of
like
nowhere. What the fuck's wrong with you?
so people always say to me, they'll be like, "Ah, I never get bit." I'm like, dude, I've been doing this for like my whole life. I get bit all the time. I got before I came on the show, I got bit by a baby Brazilian rainbow boa. I'm always getting bit by snakes. I got like I don't know. It's crazy too. My hand-eye coordination is pretty good usually, but yeah, I'm always getting tagged by something. That's why. That's
Yeah.
why I don't keep. That's why I wouldn't keep anything dangerous, right? Um. So let's see what else. So yeah. So that store they bred stuff, right? So we bred some blood pythons and stuff like that over there. And I got kind of mentored by this guy Anthony, who probably couldn't stand me because I was like 10 years younger than him. And I learned a lot. It was good. I got experience with just about every species you can imagine. And then, uh, yeah, chondros I got into a little bit later. So we kept those at the store. I used to take care of them, but I wasn't very good with them. And then I got into them in 2012. Uh, I got a couple maniquaries. Uh, and then it just kind of grew from there. And the chondro world was a lot different back then too. So I got my chondro introduction from a lot of the older guys. So you see how the hobby kind of evolves and changes. So that's real cool. But yeah, so on the chondro side, breeding them and keeping them and all that stuff. Yeah, I've been doing it keeping them since 2012. So was that like the 12 years, 12, 13 years with chondros. And then first experiences were at Pet Paradise like 20 years ago or something like that. Chondros, emeralds, all sorts of stuff. So yeah.
So I ask you this question:
Sure.
so beyond chondros, what else have you bred?
I've bred chondros. I've bred leopard geckos. I've bred leopard frogs. I've bred Burmese pythons, uh, boa constrictors, um, ball pythons, blood pythons.
Okay. Is there anything that you realize that you never want to breed again?
Uh, no, you know what? I can't. Maybe chondros. No, I'm just kidding. I hate chondro eggs. They're the worst. All I ever do is complain about them, bro. They're like the size of a ping pong ball, and everything kills them. They need 100% humidity. Like, yeah, I don't know why we do this to ourselves. Like, why do we breed these things?
I don't. You know what? Like we were talking behind the scenes, and I'm not lying to you. At 50 years old, like I won't be breeding chondros. I don't know what I'll be doing. I won't be breeding chondros. And like a lot of people, they're just like, "How can you say that?" I'm just like, "Bro, I'm telling you what everybody else has virtually shown you." At 50 years old, like something happens, or they just get burnt out. But to keep on with all this, like it's only a few guys who are like 50 plus still holding on to this, and it's not a knock to them. It's just it's just life happens, man. Like and you just can't give all your time to snakes forever. Like
Hundred percent.
you can't do it. Don't let anybody tell you that you're lesser than because you choose to like learn how to fucking fly fish at 52 instead of like keeping chondros or something.
No, I
Like
think that's awesome. You ever see like even Maxwell, dude? When Maxwell got out of chondros, he started like
yeah,
building guitars. You know,
yeah. He was just like, man. He's like,
it's
man, y'all
cool.
gotta be fucked up. I'm not trying to be stressed out these fucking tiny ass snakes, fucking bastards. It's just how it goes, and like once you actually like breed some snakes, and like have to like care for them. The worst part is like it's like stressful throughout. It's like no part of it like does not have its pitfalls. Like even like the end of it, like selling them is fucking annoying.
Oh, uh, it's my least favorite part of it is
Yeah,
and like sometimes so you sell the snake, right? And sometimes you sell a snake that you really love. You're like, oh man, I can't wait to see how that one turns out. And I end up becoming friends with a lot of people who buy from me, but sometimes the people just disappear. Like, I sold one of my favorite snakes from one of my clutches to somebody in like where was she? Like Idaho or something. Never heard from her again. She doesn't have Facebook, so I'm like, yeah, I really wanted to see how the snake turned out, but you'll never see it again, and you're just kind of like, that part of it sucks too, all of it
I'm
sucks.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Like I feel like I'm supposed to be like upset when this happens, but whenever somebody's just like, I'm gonna buy this snake and they don't buy the snake, I'm always just like, okay, just leave me alone.
I
Like
know,
it doesn't
it's like, all
it
right,
doesn't really bother me.
here anyways.
It's
The,
just
the
like,
only
so
time it,
you mean I get to keep it?
the only time it sucks is when they get on if you hold back like a larger species and you hold them back for like a year or something and you're feeding them like large rats and you're like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have 15 of these Burmese pythons. I should probably sell some of them. So
Yeah,
that sometimes.
but then you start moving stuff around and you're just like, I can make this work. It's just like when you got chondros, like every day turns into like the middle of the Robin Williams movie where he figures it out. Like it's always this period where something goes wrong, you gotta laugh your way through it, and then you figure it out. And this is a valuable lesson that you can teach your kids that they don't give a fuck about. Uh, but that's pretty much it. Every day is a new experience to be Robin Williams in some kooky scenario. Um. So, what species was your favorite to breed?
Um, Burmese pythons. I love
Burmese
breeding them.
pythons.
Yeah, I've only done it once. It was a big clutch. It was fun. They were 25% dwarf. I really I had a good time breeding Burmese pythons.
Have you
100%
ever
stress free. The best.
have you ever had one of those pearl Burmese pythons?
No, because I only work with so I had like two adults here because I was working on a dwarf project. So I have a male that's an F2 50% dwarf that was produced by Ray Anderson Jr. And I have a female that was produced by my friend Jerry in like 2015, and she's a visual green albino. So
Mm.
the half dwarf male that I bred was he was a green head albino. So I'm only working with like those two recessive genes, and then the dwarf blood right now. I do want to put some hypo in there eventually though, and make some pearls and stuff like that. And the hypo greens and stuff. They're cool looking. I really like them.
Bro, I've been seeing pearls for 20 years, and I always think like one day I'm gonna get one, and then I'm always just like, Travis, shut the fuck up. You're not bringing this thing home. Just stop being a fucking dickhead. You're not gonna, you're not gonna have this thing in your house. And now
No,
I
you
got
know,
like I got a son, and he's 3, and like my son would like crawl. He wouldn't crawl, but like he would he would inevitably like force himself to be eaten by a snake.
no,
So
I know
like,
that's the scary thing. I know that's why I got them all.
what's up, man? With your purple hat? It's
What's going
Keno.
on? What up, James?
What's up, Kino?
Keno.
How we doing? How's
I'm all
Keno.
everything?
right.
Keno is a life coach for guys who are depressed because they condoms is always
Because they do what?
baggy. Anyway,
You
Keno,
said they
say
eat
hi.
what?
Keno.
First off, I am the Eminem man. You know what I'm saying? I still retain that title.
Keno, introduce yourself to the crowd.
Okay. Thanks for having me, Travis. By the way, nah, y'all. This is Keno, Windy City, man. I'll tell you this, man. If you ever get into coaching and youth sports, just know you're gonna have to deal with some parents, man.
You fight a parent today?
Uh,
No, I ain't fighting no parent, but the parents they called a coaches meeting. Well, they called a meeting with the coaches and the board because
Was you out there fighting in some fucking Nike speed turfs out there?
no, I'm chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't be out there fighting.
Fighting in Bo Jackson and shit.
I will say this though. We was in St. Louis in a preseason tournament, and they fought out. They started fighting our dudes after halftime. They came out and started boxing us. And I did start on the field. I ain't gonna lie, because one of their coaches, he tried. It looked like he tried to knuckle up with me. So you know, I had to pull the glasses off and get ugly with him real quick. I ain't
Was
throwing
you
no
just
punches though.
was you looking with the Debo eye?
Yeah, I just gave him that Debo eye. I hit him with that Ike eye. Let him know what's about to crack.
Oh, you hit him with
Get
the
the
eye
shit slapped
guy.
out of him.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's all though, man. But other than that,
I'm telling you, gotta respect the baggy life coach.
other than that, October's breeding season. What's going on, James?
but nothing. How you doing, Kino? How's everything?
I'm all right, man. It's all right.
Oh yeah,
Chilling,
sounds
maintaining.
good. How's the Chondro business? Doing good?
Man, I wouldn't really call it no business. You know
Is
what I'm saying? Because
that?
I don't really have a lot of animals to sell. So I
I
wouldn't
call it
call
a
it that.
business in the presence of my wife.
But
Yeah,
how's
I say it's still a hobby. It's definitely still a hobby for
well,
me. But the hobby is
that's
going
the way you
good.
got to keep it, bro. It's a hobby for me too. It
Yeah.
keeps you happier that way, you know.
Yeah, man. Man, look, I'm telling you, man. I be Travis come home. He every day he go home and he just be like huddled up in the garage. I can't do it, man. Not every day.
Yeah, I mean, every time I come in my garage, I just be looking around like Sigourney Weaver and aliens when they realized they wasn't getting off that fucking planet. I just like fuck
See, I probably do it like 2 or 3
with
times
white
a week.
draws on, just looking scared and
You
shit.
say withdrawals on.
White draws.
I probably only do that 2 to 3 times a week, so I'm happy with that.
I was
You know,
liking those cyclopses that you. When was that clutch that you hatched?
So those hatched out in March of this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the real pretty snakes. Very nice.
Thanks,
Both it.
man. I appreciate that. It took long enough, man.
Yeah.
I got mine earlier this week, well last week, and I've been like trying to hold off on showing it to anybody.
But yeah,
Yeah.
very nice. No, that's awesome. All right, I want to see some. Not now.
Yeah.
Later.
You want to see one of the babies out for babies out?
Are
We'll do it
you
later
in
on.
your snake room right now? I'm in my. This is my third snake room. This is the smallest one. I only got like half my equipment. I just got my animals in here pretty much. I don't even have an incubator set up. That's why I'm not breeding anything right now.
James, did you
Damn.
meet your wife before the snakes or like when you already
You got
had
3 rooms.
snakes?
That's crazy.
All right, so it's well yeah, but this is my bare bones room because we're trying to buy a house, like a new house. So my new snake room's gonna be real legit and customize everything. It's gonna be awesome. Right now I'm in like the tiny snake room. Uh, yeah, I met my wife when I had a few animals, but nothing like what. So she had to deal with all the craziness, you know.
Hey, how much? Hey, well, side note though, how much porn do you be watching to make sure for your account, your Facebook accounts to be getting hacked all the time?
Dude,
Are
like,
you watching? Are you watching like the porn that you see where you scroll, or is it like the Facebook porn where you got to click on that video in the comments?
bro, that was the fucking worst. What was that? There was a whole year I got hacked every fucking like every month, right?
It was like
Yeah.
every 2 weeks. Bro.
Dude, I was getting messaged by people, and somebody bought a fucking snake from the hacker, the scammer, or whatever. I was like, no, don't buy it. And it wasn't even one of my snakes. So like the most insulting thing was the guy was using like my pictures, and then he used like one picture from like I don't remember who it was, somebody else.
I think it was John Irby.
It
I think
was
it was one of
Irby,
the
yeah,
Irby
yeah.
animals.
He used one Irby animal, and then they bought the Irby animal, not my chondros. I was like, wow, you fucking asshole.
What the?
They messaged me and they're like, "Hey, I bought this snake from a guy that says he's you." I'm like, "Just get your money back," you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
Damn.
yeah, that was bad. That was a whole year. That was a few years ago though. It hasn't happened in a while. I shut down a bunch of profiles. So
Stop watching. You slow down on the porn. I got you. I'm sorry, I read between the lines.
Just look down porn. Listen,
chilling in
you
my
know
snake
what's
room watching
wild?
porn. You know.
Is that there's still like a disturbing amount of just open porn on social media. Like it's there. It's there for the taking.
Hey, shout out to that. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the social media porn.
Hey,
You know,
right,
it's
Charles,
crazy to
what's up with the little person joke you did earlier? What's up with that, dog? I thought he's bigger than that.
that's not what I said. You didn't hear what I said.
Yes, you did. You said that Dee Dee was so short that the hurricane would go over her head and it would
I
completely
thought you
miss
was I thought you was talking about you being a life coach for dudes whose condoms is always baggy.
her. For always bad. Nah. I don't mind being a life coach, man. Sometimes you gotta protect the brother.
Oh man.
Hey, if you all make condoms out there, that's a good slogan, man. Sometimes you gotta protect the brother.
You gonna trademark that shit?
That's a good slogan.
Kino shields. Protect the brother.
Stupid, man.
Oh man. All right, man. Let's get back to the actual show, man. Oh, all right, James, man. So tell us about once you actually got serious with chondros and what was the plan and what did you first start getting? Uh, And how long did it take you to get to breeding? Or tell us about your husbandry at that point in time as well.
Oh man! All right, so this is embarrassing. I don't want to talk about this. Okay, so I started buying chondros because I liked keeping them. I had them in my bedroom, uh, but I had no plans on breeding them. Eventually, I just had so many. I was like, I'll give it a shot. So in
Yeah.
2015, I was like, okay, I'm gonna work with my vocal co-op animals. So I had Maniquari, Sarong, what else? Maniquari animals, Sarong animals at that time. I had some other animals at that time, but that was primarily it because when I got into chondros, a lot of Maniquaris were coming in the country.
Yeah.
And they were real Indonesian captive bred back then too. So it was, Terraria Indonesia, and then Vladimir Odanchenko was running the show over there, and he was breeding more chondros than anyone in the world. So you used to be
Rest
able
in
to get
peace, Vlad.
people that weren't plucked off of a branch. They were like real legit,
And glad.
Uh, so I had those kind of chondros, and I paired them up, and nothing happened. So that was my first show in 2015. In 2016, or no, in 20 that was 2014. 2015, I did a breeding loan with my friend Mike, and my female almost killed his male, so I called that one quits. And then I got my first chondro eggs in 2019. So it took me like 8 years to get eggs, and then yeah, I hatched my first chondros that year. So yeah, the chondro breeding is few and far between. I've had 3 clutches uh, of chondros. 2019, done 2020 and 22. So yeah, it's kind of just a. I don't really push it with chondros. I don't try to breed them every season, and I wait till the females are big and healthy. I've had girls slug out on me before, all sorts of stuff like that. So try my best you know, to just do everything the right way so that the animals respond well. And I'm in no hurry. Most of the reason I breed chondros is so I have future generations for my own collection, and then that's the primary goal with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about your husbandry at that point in time, man. What was you keeping them
Back
on?
then,
Yeah.
so I had these same cages pretty much. These are the old Jim
PVC
Sharphorn
cages.
PVC cages. I got like 12 of these, but uh, I have 8 of them behind me right now. But I had these back then, and I had Exoterras, and I used to modify the Exoterras. So I used to take shower curtain rod holders, silicone them to the glass. I used to make my own perches, and then I used to take a big sheet of plexiglass and put a radiant heat panel on it, and I kept them that way. Back then, I used to mist all the cages, so I'd open up the doors every morning. I'd spray them. I'd let them air out. Uh, I learned from Gary Shavino years ago to just keep a really huge water dish at the bottom, and it does a better job of regulating the humidity, and you don't have to deal with so much other stuff. So I don't do that anymore. But yeah, back then it was like spraying. Uh, Feeding was the same. We kept them hotter though. We used to keep them 86 degrees under the panel, 88 to 86 under the panel, which nobody does now. Everyone, I think, does like 84 under the panel now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do like 82.
oh, you do 82 under the panel? Yeah, I mean that's good. That's a good one. I usually go 84 for the adults, and I go 82 for the babies. Uh, but yeah, so it's kind of it's much different world, and people used to feed their females up a lot more, so they weren't like everyone's a mouth feeder now. Back then it was like rats. I still feed some of my bigger girls like big rats and stuff like that pretty regularly. I'm not afraid to feed chondros rats,
I still feed rats.
but dude, yeah, it's it's frowned upon by a lot of people, but I think you get
Good.
better. It's better for you, you know.
Yeah. I think they like rats better, man.
I think they do too. They probably smell like whatever they're eating in Indonesia. There's like Indonesian tree rats and stuff, you know. So
Coochie.
You think rats smell like coochie?
I didn't say that, bro.
you say coochie, bro.
I said, excuse me, bro. That's crazy.
You say coochie.
You ridiculous, bro.
Listen, I don't know what coochie you've been smelling that smell like rats.
I didn't
But
say that, bro.
that's what happens when you fuck
Somebody go back and rewind. I did not say that, man.
when you sniff coochies on the train. I feel like if some girl is gonna give you some coochie on the train, she probably also let rats hang out in there too. So
You said
it
on the
might smell
train?
like rats. Yeah, on the train, on the subway.
No, that's wild, bro. I ain't never had no random cat on a train on subway. I'm good.
A tunnel for a tunnel, bro. A tunnel
I care
for a
I care
tunnel.
I care about my life more than that, my brother.
I don't really don't think you do. As your
I
friend,
do, bro.
I don't think you do.
I'm an Eminem man, bro. I love Eminem. Hey James, you like Eminem?
What's up?
He's not talking about
You
candy.
eat Eminem, James?
M&M's,
Yeah,
like the candy.
yeah.
I don't know if this is a trick question or not.
It's
If it is a
not
trick question.
candy.
Not
Just say
candy.
no.
The peanut, they
Just say
come
No,
in
no.
no,
peanut
I
form,
know.
they come in
No,
almond form, peanut
thank you,
butter,
bro.
They're
chocolate.
not candy. He's not talking about candy. That's not what he's talking about. Hey, kid, I had a question for you, bro. And you gotta be
What's
honest.
what's up,
Would
man?
you mess with a homeless midget if she was on the train?
No comment, brother. I feel like you finna put me on trial again. We had to talk about James Daniels collection, man. Stop it.
I don't even know what my wig is. I can't put you on trial, bro.
Hey, James? Did you see that the episode when he had the wig on?
I can't, Keto. I can't put you on trial no more. I don't know where the wig is. I think my daughter stole it.
He had a white wig. It looked like one of the people from Great Britain.
My daughter
What up,
stole
Randy?
that wig. I can't put you on trial no
That's
more, man.
that's currently what hey Randy, that was like impeccable timing, Randy.
Wherever that, you can say whatever you want to, man. I can't put you on trial, bro. No wig, no trial, bro.
So when did you still got your modified exoterras, James?
No, I ended up I threw them all out probably like 3-4 years ago. They were just getting old and beat up. I ripped some of the panels out of them that were still good, like the old Pro panels and the
Yeah.
they were the good RBI panels too. Before the newer ones like unplug and stuff. Like these are the old ones that were plugged in and they had the filament. So I ripped out a couple of those. So I kept them. But yeah,
Okay.
thanks for going. Jump those. Yeah.
So you started off with Chondros first?
No. So I had well,
That's the whole thing.
yeah, I didn't really. I don't know when I started with because when I was at the pet shop, they had like every kind of boa you could imagine. So I always kind of worked with them. My
Yeah.
personal collection, I always had boa constrictors. What else? Carpet pythons. Yeah, then chondros were a little later. I got into the chondros in like 2012.
Hmm. So I got a question for you, man. So once you got ready to have your first pairing, man, how did you set yourself up for success?
Uh, well, so my first pairing, I I talked to a lot of guys that were doing it for a long time, and I tried everything that they told me to do. But my first pairing wasn't even successful. So the first time I got chondros to breed, I didn't get eggs from it. It was a pure Maniquari pair, and they were breeding all season. She was looking great. She looked like she was
What
gonna
up, Pat?
go. And yeah, and I didn't produce like my first pairing that I thought I was going to. What works for me with like whenever I breed anything is trigger meals. So I'll give them like a really huge meal right when they're swelling a lot with follicles, and then I'll usually get an ovulation after that. So like with chondros, I'll I'll give them like a medium rat or like 2 small rats back to back when the female's really swollen with follicles. And I'll usually get a big ovulation after that. And that works for like every species I've ever bred is the trigger mules, besides lizards, of course, and stuff like that.
So you give them a bigger meal instead of a small meal.
I give them a huge meal, so with every species,
Yo, what's
looks
up?
like
What up,
they're
Pat?
like stuff. You know, they can't
Hey,
move.
Brandon.
Give them just massive, massive meals for trigger meals.
I never heard of people giving them big meals, but maybe I just don't pay attention enough. I always heard you give a meal and they
Actually,
just.
well, I have no idea where I heard to do that from, but that's what I do. It's the only thing that works for me. I give them a huge trigger meal. I usually get an ovulation. It just makes them want to shell eggs or make babies or whatever, you know.
I mean, maybe you made it up, man.
Maybe I did.
Maybe you did. Maybe it was just you.
But
Maybe you
I
just
think
trying some
I
shit.
must have learned it from somebody along the way. Whenever I meet people that have been doing it a long time and you can learn something, you try to absorb all the information you can. So many people have helped me so much in this hobby, you know.
Yeah, you should learn about all the things that Kino does on trains. I swear that.
From
That's what you
where?
should learn about. Now that we got other stuff to talk about.
I'll be doing nothing. Hey, I'm an angel, James. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, James.
Nah, he's a good guy. That's a good one. Best
Yeah.
dudes on earth. Until you start talking about fucking midgets. That's his vice.
Let the record show that I have not said anything about little people at all.
Like I feel like Bobby Brown is like a
Shut
real
up.
cool dude.
Shout out to all the little people, chondro keepers out there.
I feel like he's like one of really loving people. Like he gives everybody a hug, and then like cocaine comes out, and then he start being the Bobby that you know, and like Kino is
Lieutenant
just like
Dan.
whatever a midget like gets brought up, then Kino starts acting out of pocket, real uncouth. Uh, that's
I don't
how
do
I
that,
see
brother.
it.
I know how to behave myself. You know what I'm saying?
You don't.
I'm mature successfully in life, brother. You know, I spread my wings.
You spreading cheeks, midget cheeks.
Nah.
All right, so
Hey,
we got
now.
something.
Hey,
You
shout out
walked
to
it
the people
down.
in Florida too, man, with the hurricane down there.
Spread the midget coochie.
Hurricane Milton.
All right, so Pat says seems like there's a potential issue with it though. If the follicles aren't right, you can trigger an early ovulation and get slugs. Maybe, maybe. I one thing about it though that I always had the question of is just like at what point in time in the ovulation, like what point in time when you see them building follicles, should you expect to give them a trigger meal anyway? Whether it's small or large, like how are you supposed to see every time? That's my question. And it seemed like with me, I just always kept on giving them something steady. Some people it seem like they know better than
I
me,
think
but
most people do that and they get a lot of success. Maybe that's why I don't produce that many chondros.
No, do they start
he's
after they
like this
start
bitch.
locking? I say like after 2 weeks, I just
Best
start hitting
breeder in the
the
world. I know a lot of better breeders than I am. No,
This bitch
that's
tripping
just what works for me.
slow.
That's why I do that. You know what I mean?
This bitch size is getting fat. Let's give him a big ass medium rare. Oh man. All right. So let's get off that, man. So once we talked about husbandry, man, what type of incubator and egg box did you use and how did you incubate the period of time where you saw eggs come out? Just give us the whole process, the whole kit and caboodle.
So with chondros, with everything I use, I have a Nature Spirit incubator, so I use that. Um, with the chondros, I use sim containers. Now what I do is a little different. So I used to just do the eggs straight over the water, suspended in the old sim containers with the the ones with the rubber lids. They hold humidity pretty good. Now what I do is I take the sim container and I put a dry box inside of it. So I have the sim container, and then I have a dry box suspended over the wet box, and the dry box doesn't have any holes in the bottom. So I got the eggs sitting on a light diffuser, and then I have like a little tub for the dry box inside of the sim, and that's keeps the water from evaporating into the bottom of the eggshell. So it keeps the eggs from dying. I learned that from Tony Malrico, good dude. And yeah, that's how I'm gonna incubate chondros from now on. So I did that with my most recent chondro clutch, and it worked good.
You're gonna have to show me this design.
Well,
Of
yeah,
having,
it's really easy. You know, it sounds way more complicated than it is. I'll send you pictures of it.
okay.
It's super cool, and it keeps the eggs from molding over because the water doesn't evaporate into the bottom of the shell.
Okay.
Yeah, it was real clever. Tony messaged me because I lost a couple eggs from that clutch, and I was like, "Fuck, what am I doing wrong?" And he's like, "Try this." So I tried it, and it was like perfect. You know,
Yeah. Show it to me.
Okay.
that's
No
So
diddy.
then, shout out, shout out to Johnson baby oil. Um, so oh man, so beyond that, man, how did you incubate? What temperature did you incubate at? How
um.
long?
So my most recent couple clutches, I do 87 and a half straight bake.
Straight
My
bake,
first clutch, I got
straight
better,
dry.
bigger, stronger babies. I did 86 degrees even the first week, and then I did 87 degrees even for the duration, and then uh, Justin Wilbanks, he messaged me and he was like, "Hey, drop the temps or all the eggs are gonna crash." Um, when I was straight baking at 87, so I said, "Okay, I'll try it out," because when the eggs start generating their own heat. So this is my first clutch. So the final 2 weeks, I dropped it down to 86 again, and I got like the biggest, healthiest uh, chondro clutch I ever had. And it's just kind of like a variation of probably what the mom does in the wild when she loosens her coils when they're generating their own heat. But I think everyone does that now. The last like 10 days, they drop temps.
Yeah. I think I started dropping temps like somewhere between 2 and 3, but I drop it real slow.
2 and 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's, well, you got really good hatch rates too, so that's probably why.
What's
Yeah.
crazy is like anytime like there's some question that I have about what I'm doing, I always tell Pat, and Pat's always just like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?"
Now what, man, Pat helped me a ton with my most recent ones. I was like, they were starting to pip, and I was like, man, I don't know if I should cut them or not, and because they didn't pip themselves. And Pat's just like, dude, if you see scratches, just cut them. I was like, yeah. He's like, I just cut them when I see scratches now. So that's what I did, and the babies were great. So I owe that one to Pat because I think that was a good idea. So that's what I do now too. If I see scratches, I cut.
Pat's just like Gandalf with chondros, man. Like
Dude, Pat's the man. Pat's such
he
a good
might
dude.
get mad at you, but he's gonna be there for it eventually. Like
There's a lot of
he
good
might hit
people in
you
the
with the
hobby,
staff.
bro.
He might hit you with
Lots
his
of,
kettlebell stick thing.
yeah, I was
But
gonna, I was
he's
gonna
there.
say, do some shirtless yoga. Nah, he's a good dude, man. There's so many good people in this hobby, bro. Like Harlan Wallman, he mentored me like crazy with chondros. You know, Gary took me to his house and showed me how he breeds chondros. There's a lot of good people in the hobby that helped me a ton. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to all the old guys that didn't tell me get the fuck away from them. They actually helped me out, man. Uh, shout out to the old guys, man. Shout out to Pat specifically. So man, who really mentored you through everything? Like,
Um, well, with chondros, because I got into chondros, like I said, in my early 20s, so it was a little bit later. That was really like Harlan Wolf. He mentored me a lot. He kind of taught me the ins and outs of chondros, about dealing with imports, uh, all that kind of stuff. The way he breeds, and then
happy
and then
birthday, man, you old motherfucker, old old man.
He got that old man
happy
strength too, though.
birthday.
Together, so
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat got that old man strip where he just can't wait to just grab you by your shirt and throw you
Dude, I
down the
saw him with
flight of stairs.
what the fuck's that hammer called? That thing he was using. I saw him posting pictures. I forgot what it's called. It looked like pretty sweet workout. You know, he's posting pictures of this giant hammer thing he's working out
I,
with.
I feel like Pat, like he go to the gym, like a gym he don't pay for, and like he see like a women's yoga class, and he stand in the back doing workouts with that thing with no shirt on. People just like, yo, you even go here, bro? He's like, shut up. Ugh.
Who mentored you guys
Pat.
with the breeding chondros? Oh,
Pat.
a good
yeah,
mentor
Pat.
to
I ain't gonna
have,
lie,
bro.
Pat.
That's a good
Pat for
mentor.
sure.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Pat. Pat raised
The,
us.
the man, the myth, the legend. Now, Pat, that you can't do better than Pat. Pat's a great dude. You know, that's awesome.
Pat
I'm not as
definitely
cut up. I'm
raises
not as
us.
cut up as he is, but you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
me neither. But he did raise us, man.
Yeah,
No, it's
you probably gonna see us mention Pat on down every episode.
Yeah. We never said you worked out in the gym. You just be in the gym just showing off. Asking for free like protein powder samples and shit with
That's
no
what
shirt
Travis
on.
was doing a couple months ago. He was like, "Bro, I'm going to the gym every day." I'm like, "I know what you're doing in the gym." Yeah,
Anyway, I think there's always some weird shit in the gym, bro. It's always weird. I'm not even gonna talk about some of the weird shit I've seen lately, but
I'm
anyway,
slacking. I haven't been in a couple weeks. Bad. I get back in the gym.
yeah, I haven't been in like 2 weeks. I gotta go back. Try to get my sexy on for
Way
this
to do it.
20-year reunion coming up that I'm not going to. He said I am a creep, so I mean you might be a creep, Pat, but you're not like creepy uncle. You're like guy that yells in girls' ears at the club. All right, man. So, man, your first clutch, man. Tell us about your first clutch and how to go establishing it.
With chondros.
Yeah.
So, my first chondro clutch had a pretty decent hatch rate. I waited till I incubated them in the small sim containers, the older ones, but the not the XL. So I had 2 egg boxes. I waited for 1 egg to pip in each box, and then I cut. Um, yeah, it went well. Feeding trials, my first feeding trials were like it was like the most depressing thing I ever did. I went in my snake room. I spent like I don't know, like 4 hours, no, like 3 hours messing with these snakes. I couldn't get a strike, and I was like, "Yo, I'm never breeding chondros again. I suck at this. This is horrible." Um,
Yeah.
but that's why I always tell everybody, you know, with chondros, it's all about. It's not nobody's good at it. You get good at it because you just waste so much of your time learning how to start chondros. So yeah, so after that first clutch, I got them all eating. I tried various feeding methods. I learned a lot of feeding methods from people I knew, a lot of tricks. And yeah, I was able to establish all of them pretty easily. And yeah, my first clutch was, I wish I held more back. I only held 2 back. I have a couple of them here. I could show them to you a little bit later if you want to see them.
Yeah. I feel like probably like establishing chondros is like one of those like traits that's like important, but it's not very hard. You just gotta get fucked up a lot.
Well, yeah, it's
It's like the people that use a jackhammer. Like the people that use a jackhammer on a construction site is just like you don't really got to be good at anything, but you just gotta be able to stand this for a long
you got
period
to
of
be able
time.
to. Yeah, well, it was brutal too because when I was starting that clutch, so that clutch hatch, that was my eggs that dropped in 2019. That clutch hatched in 2020, and when it dropped, like I live like I'm in Jersey, but I live very close to New York City, and we had first wave of COVID. So I had fucking COVID. So I have COVID, and I'm like trying to start these condos. I'm like dying, bro. It felt like shit. Yeah, it was wild, man. That was my first chondro clutch during COVID. Yeah, and I remember though I was like I'm gonna get these guys going no matter what, and I did. I got them all started. It was a real pain in the ass though. It was brutal. A
That
lot of
sounds terrible.
well, yeah, bro. I was pretty sick. It wasn't good. I remember I couldn't smell anything. I'm like trying to start them, which is probably better, you know. But let's see what else. The clutch was Maniquari by Botanta Clutch. Because I got lucky. So Harlan's got some Botanta females. A few people have Botanta animals, but I got kind of lucky. I bought a snake from a shipment that a guy named Dan Salas, who does retics, brought in. They imported, and they were supposed to be all sarongs, and they ended up being all Botanta animals. So I have one Botanta chondro, so that's cool. That's how I ended up with her.
A real one.
Well, yeah, a real one, but it
Is
was
it a
completely
real
by
one?
accident, you know. It was funny. So the whole reason I know this is because Harlan helped Dan ID his shipment because of the monitors that were in the shipment were Botanta monitors, and then Harlan's like, "You chondros too?" And Dan's like, "Yeah," and he looked at the chondros, he's like, "Yeah, dude, these are all Botanta." So kind of worked out, you know.
Oh, I was about to say, who was that talking? I was like, oh, this is great. It's great.
I am a creep, so
He's not a bad creep. He's a good creep. He's a wholesome creep. It's like people.
what kind of boy is that, by the way?
This is actually one of a litter I had like a year or two ago. Sunset boa, but they're low content. So this one's a sunset maker. It's not an actual sunset. This one's a so if you look, it's a hypo, but it's not super hypo, and it's got some jungle too because the mom was jungle. So this is one that I kept. But yeah, it's a sunset maker, and then I kept a couple of the actual sunsets too, and I kept one just really weird one. That's like kind of I can't figure out what's going on with it. It looks like a Hog Island boa, even though it's only 25% hog. Because these are very
Yeah,
low.
that's what I was gonna guess.
Oh, shit. Ready.
Yeah, I love boas. Such good pets. Oh yeah, Randy's got Randy's son has one of the sibs. They sent Randy's son, one of the siblings, to this one.
Noe says she has a sieve too.
Yeah,
Oh, you
Noelle
got
has a
still
sib
too,
too.
okay.
She just got hers. That was my only shipment I did this year.
Shout out to
So
Noah.
far, I think. Yeah.
So I got 55 babies, so
What, dude?
I got
55?
38. I got 38 babies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How many are How many are like established?
Uh, probably 30.
That's great.
Yeah,
Headaches, you know.
yeah,
But
probably 30 are established. I almost sold one of the ones from the previous clutch not too long ago, and I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna keep them all. I was just be going there and looking at them, just like, why the fuck are you living like this, Travis? Every time I go in there.
All they
well,
gotta do is take
my last
one look
clutch
around the
was
living room and the other look at the garage, brother.
What'd you say?
what happened?
All they gotta do is take one look at the living room, the other one at the garage, my brother.
I mean, there's nothing in my living room, really. I don't know what you mean by
Yeah.
that.
I
What are you
mean, yeah,
talking
that's what
about?
they all say, brother. Go ahead.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
I don't keep snakes in the house.
Mhm.
All the
Living
snakes that
room, garage, you know what I meant, motherfucker.
I'm kind of stupid today. I ain't gonna lie to you. Gonna lie to you. Somebody was talking to me earlier for about 5 minutes. I didn't even look up. I was confused about what the fuck they were talking. And that was at like noon. I was like, oh, I made it this far through the day, and I didn't just walk out and go home.
Nah,
Yeah,
you gotta be better than that, man. You company man, Travis, man. You getting it done over
I'm not, bro. The two people I work with mostly, they gonna be out Thursday and Friday, so it's just gonna be me just standing there with my ass out in the wind, just not really
there.
looking
Wow.
forward to it. Just the breeze catching my cheeks and slapping it.
Okay. Wow. Very descriptive, brother.
Hey, man, that's the only way I can explain it. It's gonna be a rough 2 days. Uh, what else, man? So yeah, man. After you get these things established, man, how you feeling? Do you want to keep them all? Do you sell some? How did it feel? Did you cry
I
a little
always
bit when
want
you
to
sold
keep
some?
everything, bro. Yeah, no. Every time I have a clutch or anything, I always want to keep them all. Just have to. I try to hold back like two. Whenever I produce anything. Sometimes I hold back more. Like with these boas, I held back three, which I shouldn't have. But it is what it is. Um, and and yeah, I try to hold them back for future projects or future breeding stock. Next season, because my first chondro clutch is like they're like five. So next season, or they're about to be five. So next season, I'm going to probably breed one of the females I held back. Which will be cool because then it'll be like you're breeding stuff that you
Yeah.
produce.
Yeah.
Which that's everyone says that's super cool, and that's something I've never done. So I'm looking forward to that. That will be cool. Um, yeah, yeah. So after I get them established and stuff, yeah, my holdback process is just kind of I look for phenotypes like that are unusual, so that it might be an interesting project. Or if they're chondros, I look for the phenotypes that I was breeding for, and if those exist, uh, like when I bred the Vogelkopf animals, if they have a nice unbroken stripe, that's something that you want to keep for your breeding stock. So I'll do that. Uh, it's all different. What about you guys? You just you hold back like the wildest looking stuff, or do you look for like dorsal patterns?
I haven't picked anything. So like my first clutch, I picked what I thought was going to be big, and it worked out. I sold an animal to Mikey Marsh I should have. My second clutch, I kept all the ones I wanted to keep, so that worked out. Um, I haven't picked anything for my third and fourth clutch. I'm not. I'm actually not going to pick anything for a long time. A long
But you gotta focus up. You're gonna hold back one or two though, right? Just
Uh,
for your own stock.
I'm
No,
gonna hold back a lot.
you'll be happy you did like in a few years, because when you go to breed
Shut up,
that,
Mike.
I would do it. I would hold one or two back for yourself for your like breeding stock.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but
I'm gonna hold back a lot.
I've sold
I'm
too
gonna
many
hold back
from
a
the first
lot of
one.
them. I already know, like I'm gonna hold back a lot of them. We'll see how it goes. I hate you,
Yeah, with
Mikey.
me,
Man.
with the Cyclops, I just try to, I guess the boldest pattern. Same thing.
Like, did you have any that were like really exceptional with their dorsal striping and stuff like that, and their diamonds, like big crazy
Yeah,
diamonds? Cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then some of the ones that died, they were like oranges.
Yeah.
mine
Yeah.
has a really nice dorsal pattern on it, man.
I mean, if you don't like that, you can send it back, but you can always send it back, man.
I'm not. What am I? What are you talking about? I love mine. Like I was looking at it today, and I was like, damn, man, I should really send Keno a thank you card or something.
Now,
Just tell him.
well,
Tell
when
him.
we
Nah,
used
dog.
to
You,
have
my
all
bro,
those
bro.
talks, I always appreciated that Kino was real like adamant about like Cyclops. Kino was like, I'm just gonna work with Cyclops. Like, this is my thing, and
Yeah,
like I think that's awesome. We're gonna refine it. It's gonna be super awesome. You're gonna have generations of Cyclops.
Yeah,
And
that's really all I'm trying to do, man. That's it.
it's super cool. It's like
thank you, Mikey.
yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, but it's like it's good locality to focus on too. They're variable and they're so like so nice looking.
Yeah,
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 man.
I agree.
I, I've always seen Cyclops as just like they're all beautiful, and even when
Yeah.
I look at, so I had a Cyclops with Keno that died recently. It was
Uh,
had nothing to do with Keno, but now this Cyclops I got from Keno, man, I'll just like look at it every day. Like I also got a new animal from Pat,
oh,
and
nice.
I got an animal from somewhere else I won't disclose. Uh, I look at them three animals
Rich,
every day.
what? That's that government money.
It's not. Stop telling people that. I got this money. I got this money from selling shaved ice.
No, selling birds and selling birds.
selling birds. selling birds.
Track, track, baby. Track
The
money.
bird track.
Hashtag track money.
Hashtag the behind the Kmart market money.
Yeah, we know, we know. Would you speaking of localities, how you feel about the locality versus designer stuff for Giants?
I love localities.
So,
I mean, I got a little bit of everything, but I keep mostly locality stuff. I don't really have like real designers. I got an animal that's Prada Maniquari by Wamina from Gary, which is probably the closest thing I have to a designer. Besides some of the, I produce some locality outcrosses that are cool looking too, but they're not like designers. Like I got a. Let me pull one out. My last clutch, I got a couple cool ones. What's that? So like this guy's cool. This guy is one that I hatched a couple of years ago. This is Maniquari Biak. Can you see him? He came out pretty neat. So he had like real nice diamonds when I hatched him.
Oh,
But
those nice. Those are nice
thanks, bro.
diamonds.
yeah,
Yeah. So I kept him in his sib.
that was nice.
Thank you. Yeah, but it's a locality outcross. I know people call them designers now, but like I don't have any like real designers. Like Blue Line. Uh, any of that stuff. Like, but I like it. I like it all. Like, I had a lot of friends that had like you know, uh, Maniac line, popcorn mellow yellow, all that kind of stuff. Aqua boil, all those. Uh, sorry, give me one sec.
You good? Oh man, I think I'm
But yeah,
dehydrated.
Put some water
so
in that phone, son.
I got the
Put
a
some water in the
lot
fridge.
of localities and a lot of locality hot boxes, but not many designers. And I like designers. I know a little bit about them, but I'm not like super knowledgeable with
Damn, I
designers.
ain't never seen nobody kill no vodka like that.
What's up?
This is water.
Oh, I was about to say, damn, though, you must have had a rough day. Turned the
Actually,
whole
I don't
vodka
drink
bottle up.
vodka. I don't drink vodka. Vodka makes you really mean, like really fucking mean. If I kind of have a problem with you and I start drinking vodka around you, I'm gonna turn it into a real problem. So I don't drink vodka. Vodka.
Shout out to the man, the ornery, because they have a segment and they get off that vodka and start getting violent.
No, bro, I've been like this since I was young. Like on vodka, I only play offense. I don't drink. I don't have. I don't have no control when I drink vodka.
Okay. Sound like a
What were you
crazy man.
saying? What'd you say?
Sound like a crazy man, brother.
I mean, yeah, man. I don't. I'm trying to be a nice guy out here so I can get into heaven, and people don't think that I'm like the crazy parent out here.
What else do you keep in trap? All chondros, or you keep any other species right now?
No, just chondros, man. And I'll be looking at
And,
the chondros sometimes. It's like, damn, it's too many y'all.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and then, are you all localities or locality crosses, or you got some designers too? Like, what are
I
you?
have all. I don't. I never decided. I never told myself I had to pick. It's. I have designers. I have some crosses. I have a designer cross. I have localities. I mean, I produce localities and locality crosses so far. Yeah,
What?
man. I don't.
What?
I don't feel like you should have to choose. I think that if you like shit, just get it. I think that some people,
For
you
sure.
know, when they say that they gotta choose, they only say that shit so that they can be a part of this group or impress this person. Like, who gives a fuck? Do what you want to do. They can't.
I'm
They
with
can't
you.
do anything to you. They can't put you in chondro jail. Like, just do what the fuck you want to do. Also,
I don't
like,
know,
even when
man.
it
You
comes
can't.
to like red and yellow babies, it's like, bro, like it's a lot of nice red babies. It's a lot of nice yellow babies.
Oh
Like,
yeah, bro. I
like
was
what you like.
I love my yellow neonates. My first clutch was all yellows. You know, they were awesome. I don't know why the yellows get so much hate.
I ain't gonna ask you no
That's
corny ass question like, which one do you like, red or yellows? I'm gonna ask you, why do you think there's so much vitriol in that argument?
Oh,
after that. After you go, I'm
know
gonna
the
tell you
answer
something
to
that
this
a big
one,
name breeder told me. Go ahead.
but I want
Hey,
to
what'd
hear
you
this
say?
one.
What'd you say, child?
No, go
He,
ahead.
he
Oh,
said
okay.
a big name breeder, so he gave an answer for that. What now?
Yeah.
All right, so I think it's twofold, right? So like Trooper
What's up,
Wallace
AC?
was breeding all the red designers, right? That was the thing with Trooper and Maxwell and all those guys.
Yeah.
Um, but what I think it is because a yellow animal can be a pretty phenotypical animal 90% of the time, right? They're not going to have a lot of variability. Uh,
Yeah.
some yellow animals do. I mean, you have like the Black Pearl line, right? They were all yellows, and they were crazy, and
Yeah.
it was
Shout
so
out to
that
Jamaica.
they exist, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think it's people just expect a more normal snake when they see a yellow. They expect it to just turn out without going through a very dramatic ontogenetic color change. Um, and then with reds, they could be pretty unpredictable sometimes, depending on what put into it. If it's got Biak in it, if it's a northern type with the like a Vogelkopf type with a Biak or something like that, you get a lot of variability. So I really think that's what it is. I think it's the fact that the designer guys all chose to work with reds, so they think that's the only kind of way. I think that's why I get so much hate, because it's they see a yellow animal, they're like, oh, you're just a locality keeper. They don't like
Shout out
it.
to this yellow Neo right here that look like a designer.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's awesome. Very nice snake.
Is that lemon
This
blade?
is just there's just a Sarong Biak from
It's the
Travis.
wrong. Yeah, cool.
So I talked to a big name breeder, right? And this is what he told me. He
He's
said
fancy.
it's all cat. he said it's all cat. And this is a guy who's a legit legend, not a guy who's been doing it for a few years. Like legend. And what he told me is that it was back in the day, like it was all a market employ.
Yeah.
And people just didn't understand it. And he asked me what was my opinion of it. I was just like, man, I ain't gonna turn down a yellow baby or a red baby. If I like the baby, I like the baby.
So,
I don't, I don't, I
Ain't
don't
turning
play
down
those.
number my collar, huh?
Yeah, none but my collar. But if I like a baby, I like a baby. But I told him, I was like, one thing I have noticed is that, yeah, man, you may not see a whole bunch of crazy shit out of a yellow baby, but I can guarantee you that if I see a yellow baby with a nice fucking dorsal, I'm gonna have a green animal with a nice dorsal. But
exactly.
you can show me a bunch of red babies that are expensive than a motherfucker. They don't turn out to be all green snakes. And he said,
Just a
yeah.
green snake. Yeah.
He said that is exactly the reason why. He was just like, it's a marketing
Travis, but
employee.
they got the genetics though.
Yeah, they got the genetics. It's just like Michael Jordan's sons. Yeah. Yeah, you got the
That's
genetics to
terrible,
sit.
man.
You got the genetics to sit your ass down
Hey,
and fuck
Marcus and
someone.
Jeff, man, look, he said that. I ain't say that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to send the brother some
Fuck
Kobe
your daddy
storeroom
teammate
shoes, I'm
wife.
good with it. But I ain't say that about y'all.
But
Travis,
yeah,
that was
that's
the
what he
only Travis
told me.
child.
Yeah, you can blame it on me. I
He
don't
said it's
care.
like Michael Jordan's sons. Whatever. You wild as hell for that.
I mean, I'm not lying to you about it. I mean, you could be upset about it.
I can neither confirm that nor deny that, man. I
Hey
have no
man,
comment.
it's whatever, man. I see some red babies that turn out to be the most
That's
spectacular
bogus as
animals
hell, bro.
on the earth, bro. But I've seen some animals and people be like, you will pay $4,000 for this snake. You spend $4,000 on an animal you trying to sell on morph market for 1,500. Uh, and that's what's real. I know that y'all don't want to hear that, but
Oh, bro.
that's what's
He
real.
said
Telling
Jordan
you,
sons, man. Oh
people think they're
wow.
gonna get rich quick. They all end up ditching the hobby. Dude, you know how many people I've seen come in and out of this hobby in like Chondro's like 12 years for me, and
Yeah, a lot. I've
every,
seen a
every
lot.
4 years, bro, it's a whole.
It's
Oh, they
like a
go
cycle,
in,
yeah.
they buy everything, and then they sell off their whole collection, and then new set of people comes in, they buy everything, sell off their
I'm
whole.
They
You
come
know,
in and do the same thing, yeah. It's like a
yeah.
I'm gonna
season
say,
though.
I'm gonna say something else that's gonna get me put in the doghouse, man. And I don't care. I don't care. Y'all gonna say Travis is a
You
fucking
about to diss
bastard.
Mike Kids again?
Nah, listen.
Oh.
If listen, I know that some of y'all came into this with good intentions, and I know that some of y'all work with people doing this, and that. But
Some of y'all didn't though.
some of y'all didn't. But I personally don't think that your biggest goal should be to be the guy selling 10K animals. And when you say that you're gonna do something with somebody, and you make some, hey man, I got you on the flip side, this, and that. But then you don't, and it comes out that a lot of y'all fucking spent too much money on snakes that y'all really didn't have. Um, I don't
This
think
sounds
that you are
familiar.
you are creating you are creating a sustainable environment. Um, And I think that that's also a part of it. A lot of people said that they were coming in this game just for the hobby, but like as time is changing, people are turning on each other, and I've been seeing it. And I'm not supposed to see a bunch of this stuff because it's not really me. But like I'm just gonna say this shit just because I like seeing people get along, and when I have problems with people, I like fixing said problems. But one thing about
Negotiating.
some of these problems is that you're not gonna have a easy go at helping people work through problems with each other over shit that doesn't really matter. Especially fucking money that you're not gonna make back anyway, because nobody's buying that snake for that much money anyway. You're gonna end up having to sell it for cheaper in a couple of months anyway. So get over it.
Hey, but no, though, and then when you do, say you
Don't
do buy
cash
that
out your
$10,000,
401k to buy snakes, bro.
hell
Stop
no.
doing shit like that.
Hey, but say you
You
do
know,
buy
it's
that ten
crazy,
thousand
bro.
dollar animal,
Some of the stuff you hear people do, you're like, you did what?
Yeah,
You
God.
what?
you should have
Yeah,
sold some ass. So you
yeah,
But
it's
then,
crazy,
I could
bro.
have
uh,
helped negotiate a better price for you.
what it does
But
too, though, it does is when that say the animal that person gets the animal at the breeding age. I think what it does is with you buying that $10,000 animal, it set up an unfair expectation for when it does breed that this person, oh, okay, so I bought this for 10. I'm gonna be able to sell all these for $10,000.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's always guys that like don't have like a really big name that are like, oh, I'm gonna sell these animals for this much money. It's just like, bro, nobody trusts you that much, dog. Anyway, I was just like, but second of all, for you to make a deal with your homeboy and then you turn around and be like, nah, fuck that, I'm cutting you out, because that seems to be the
bro.
thing.
The most fucked up thing ever was well, so I'm not gonna. This happens to some of my friends all the time. Like friends that like mentor people. People be like, "Oh, I'll give you a snake," and then my
Yeah,
friends are always like, "No, I don't want you to give me a snake, but like I'll buy one from you." They'll even offer it to my friends after they help them. You know, it happens all the time. Uh, I tell you, Harlan mentored me. First thing I did when I had my Chondro clutch, all right, pick out the one you like. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, pick it. It's yours. So I picked the one you liked. I sent it to him. You know, that's how
yeah.
Yeah.
you gotta be. You gotta stand on your word. You know, a lot of people don't, unfortunately. You know?
My
Yeah.
mentor got two from me, and I
Well,
still appreciate him, man.
that's the way to do it, bro. And the
My
hobby.
mentor ain't get shit from me, man. The one I was gonna send my mentor, he started not feeding and then died. I was pissed off.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Really?
I said I
Yeah.
don't like kettlebells. I said fuck that. So I'm gonna die today. I'm gonna flip over and die
Well,
today.
those are good at doing that. Um, it's
You got up out of here. Hit the upper room on it, brother.
The upper room. He had to call that man that came and got Uncle Charles, man. In the
For real.
duster. In the duster. But yeah, man. Stop doing fuck shit to your homeboys, bro. That's all I gotta
Yeah, that's
say.
not cool, dog. You
Stop
supposed to
doing
look your
fuck shit to
dowries
your
up,
homeboys.
man.
You don't look cool to us. We need to spank you with a fly swatter. I just
No,
realized my humidor is not on,
Chad
so
would
my
do it. He'll
son.
hit you instead of a fast water. It'll just be a bare hand with powder on it.
Nah, that's weird. You act like I carry powder around with me. If I carry powder around, it wouldn't be the powder to slap you with.
It's a little mini one though, right? A little
It's
mini
mini.
Johnson Johnson,
It ain't Johnson and Johnson though. Anyway.
just enough. Oh, wow, you can't be saying that too loud because
um, what else you got, Keno?
So shit. When you had your babies, how'd you start them off?
um, most of them,
From the first clutch compared to the
yeah,
second and the
first
third.
so most of them I did frozen thought, MY, you know, I mixed it up. Uh, and then I had like certain techniques I had to try on each of them because I had a few difficult feeders in that clip.
Okay.
So I did one with chick down, which always works, and then I did one where I use technique where I hold the animal behind the head. I take a pinky, I put it in the mouth. I ease off the animal real slow, and then the animal will wrap, boil, and like learn how to eat on its own. Uh, and then I had one that I had to force feed a few times, and then it gets them going. I don't like feeding like heads and tails and legs and all that kind of stuff. I'd rather just do the whole body. I think it's better for the animal. Yeah.
So we both left at the same time? That's crazy. I had to go get me some water. My
Yeah,
mouth
it's so funny. I was talking to myself. It's all right.
my mouth got dry.
Oh, okay, I'm back.
See, my mouth is dry, man. Damn, I'm sorry.
What's wrong with your mouth, man?
No Diddy. No, I ain't had no water since I got back, man. You know what I'm saying? Almost.
No water. You ain't had no droplets.
Well, his brother was parched. You know what I'm saying?
All right, James, man. I got some more questions for you.
Sure.
So in the future, man, what else do you want to do, man? Because you got a varied collection, bro. And I also got to ask you about this. How do you climatize these 3 rooms that you got with all these varying species,
Yeah, I was
man?
gonna ask that next. Good question.
Right.
Well, so yeah, so with my rooms, I have subtropical, and then I have ones that I brumate in a different room. It's all going to be consolidated into one larger room.
You got some. You
Where,
got You got some of the events in those rooms closed off.
what was that?
You got some of the events in those rooms closed off.
Well, yeah. So, like the one I'm in right now is completely climate controlled. It's like 80, like 80-ish, 78-ish right now. But yeah, it's completely climate controlled. This one. Yeah. So I mean that's kind of how I'm doing it right now. And then I have a lot of my babies uh, in a smaller room that's more like the house kind of temperature. Yeah. I don't know if that was a very good answer. I'm sorry.
Pretty good answer.
Um,
Wait, what is slinging nuts?
Slinging
What is that?
nukes. Slinging nukes.
I need to sling nukes tomorrow.
She works in nuclear medicine.
oh, really?
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Shout out to her for dropping bombs in Nagasaki.
Bombs over Baghdad.
Oh, who? Noel? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
homie.
yeah. Good people.
Hey, what's that? What's that cigar called?
What's up?
This is La Gloria Cubana. Maduro's from the series R, and these things smell exactly like Cocoa Puffs. They
It
smell like
tastes like Cocoa
cocoa.
Puffs too.
Yeah, it tastes like Cocoa Puffs, but
Well,
when
you
you
gotta
smoke it, it
send
tastes
me
like
one of them,
cocoa.
player.
It tastes like Cocoa Puffs and Raisinets.
You gotta send me one of them. When I get off the show, I got one called the Blunt, the marijuana. It's a specialty cigar.
Yeah, here's what it looks like. Oh, let me get it focused for you.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's different from them. It don't got that fancy gold wrappers on now.
Actually, this is actually not an expensive cigar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I,
Looks
Mine's
this
like.
not
is
either, depending on how you look at it.
this is not expensive. I think I got 5 of these things for like maybe $17 or something like that.
Oh shit.
Oh, damn. Okay. So I buy like 3 of them, like $6, and then once I get done fidgeting with it, probably worth about like I don't know, $20, 25 $30.
So you put magic in your cigars?
You know, it's just no. It's called I told you the name of it. It's a real special one. I'll send you a picture of it when I'm done.
I'll send you one of these though.
All right, for sure. Hey, can I get my
But
deer meat too though?
yes, I have it. You would have got it this week.
All right, man. Because I've been waiting for like 3 years, bro. So
Do you remember
anytime,
how I talked? Hey, do you remember how I talked to
any-
you on Sunday? And you was like, "I'm gonna call you back," and you didn't call a nigga back.
yeah, yeah. We had the game that though.
Listen, James, this is how me and Keno treat each other all
Hey,
day.
bro, I ain't gonna lie. Look, bro, I ain't never seen a parent right when we playing like a low quality team and we get up by like 30 and like you pull the stars out the game so they don't
Yeah.
get hurt, preserve them. But I've never seen a parent of a star player say, "My son need to play more in that garbage game." What? What? So
Family.
if I leave your son out there and we up 35 another, 47 another in the fourth quarter, and he get hurt, then what? That's
Yeah,
my fault
exactly.
too, right?
If
Why
dad
my
in the
son
stand.
playing this meaningless game? Man, look, dog. I realize with some parents you can't win for losing, man.
You never gonna win. This just with some people. You just winning is out of the window. You should just hope to survive the encounter. You gotta
That's
treat
it.
you gotta treat some
Helicopter
people.
parents, you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
you
'em.
gotta treat some parents like raccoons in the daytime. Just you don't
Well, I
gotta
don't know,
wait. Just
man,
get
because
back in your car. Get
if
back
I
in
was
your
you,
fucking car.
no, if I took your inspiration, then all my parents said I'd be shooting with a 22 rifle, so I'm not gonna do that.
Who says I shoot them all with a 22 rifle?
You did all the raccoons.
I did tell you that.
You did. You took out the whole. You took out the whole clan.
I've shot them with things besides a 22 though.
So I'm just saying I'm not gonna do that to my parents. I want them to live. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, my
Okay.
neighbor, I'm not gonna say his name, but I got a neighbor that live on the other side of the subdivision. He be feeding them, and now he got hogs that come to his back fence.
Oh,
You ever thought
shit,
about
bro.
you ever
I
thought
shoot.
about like going
I,
hunting in his backyard?
I think about it sometimes. Sometimes I get drunk and think about it. But he showed a picture of it, and he does know that I've killed several of the raccoons. Though
He
he has
knows.
voice, he has voices concerned about me to be within the subdivision.
See, you can take it out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of it.
Yeah, he has definitely said things about it. Well, he's like, because somebody told me about it. Like, somebody said that there was a guy. He didn't want to say what he looked like, but he said he was an African American guy who was apparently shooting raccoons and putting it on Facebook. And I was just like, oh, that's me. He should have just said a black dude shooting fucking raccoons.
Did you put
That's
it
what
on
he should.
Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh man.
What's he gonna do? Who's he gonna tell? Who you gonna tell? The game warden? The fuck out of here, bro. The fuck out of here. They're gonna be like, somebody killed an animal that they are supposed to be killing because they are a nuisance. That's why you can kill them at all times. I ain't worried about shit like that. He be
All right.
feeding them, man. He be like giving them like fucking donuts and shit. I don't know. I think that he think that they're gonna start doing tricks or like doing his laundry or some shit. Or
Try to
maybe he can.
domesticate them, you know?
Yeah, maybe he gonna teach him how to sing Ricky Martin songs or some shit.
You gonna go out there that 22, and it's gonna be a 40. It's gonna be a 44 Magnum pointing at you.
Bro, listen,
Somebody gonna be spitting out chewing tobacco. You better stop.
bro. I just actually just bought 500 2 by 39 rounds. I can be in his backyard doing John Wick real fast.
Don't tell nobody else that, brother. Good night, son. I love you.
They're like, what about
Don't
it?
say
Plus,
that.
he
Don't say
can't
that
say
again,
shit.
brother.
He can't say shit to me because I caught him hunting deer in the subdivision. So what's he gonna say to me? I saw
You
him
gonna
hunting
tell
deer.
him?
No, I'm not gonna tell him. He don't tell on me. We just got a beef over these raccoons. I'm not gonna tell the police on
Well, he already said the African American on the loose in neighborhoods. So.
So if he's wait, was he really? He was like with a gun. He was hunting deer in the subdivision. Nobody,
Yeah,
no basketball.
with a suppressor on.
Crazy. You try doing that in Jersey, they call the SWAT team on you, bro. They'll get you.
Oh, this is
For
Texas. There's
having
a
a
lot of shit.
suppressor?
Yeah, yeah. It's a different
So
world, man.
so back to where he was hunting in that area, we used to have we used to have nature trails there, but they took them out to build like these tiny ass houses. Uh,
Okay.
but but before then, there was nature trails. You could go down on them, and I seen him come out while I was walking one night. It was like a Friday night, and he came out with a small buck. It wasn't a big buck. It was a small buck, and he had his rifle, and he had something else, and he was with another guy, and they just kind of looked, and I just kind of looked at them because we were both like underneath like night lights, like street lights. So like we both just kind of like looked at each other. And he just kind of went about his business, and I think he knew that it was me, the guy that shoots the raccoons, and I knew it was him, the fucking dickhead who feeds the raccoons. But I wasn't gonna tell him, man. Fuck that deer, man. That deer could be the deer that run into my truck early in the morning when I'm trying to get to work. Fuck that deer, bro. Don't care.
Cause you hit him like you hit everybody else, bro.
Who's the last person I hit, Keno?
I'm not. I'm like you and your that your white subdivision neighbor. I don't snitch on people. I ain't snitching on nobody. I ain't giving nobody names up. So
I ain't hit nobody in a while. I've been keeping it together.
okay.
That's how you gotta be.
Yeah, that's why I don't wear a ponytail all the time because I know there's nothing gonna happen. I just walking around free, avoiding violence, calling everybody
No,
my good brother.
it's another reason why he don't wear ponytails. He keep his head down, but we'll leave that for another day.
We don't be talking about James, bro.
Call him Black T.
Whatever. All right, James.
Hey James, what's on your search filter on Instagram when you press the
Don't answer that
magnifying
question,
glass?
James.
Wait, what's
James.
up?
When you go into search on Instagram, what's in your search filter? Like what's on those pages that pop up?
Are you talking about your Explorer page?
On
Yeah,
Instagram?
are you getting like Indian women with BBLs or something? What are you getting?
But no, it's honestly a lot of
I
snakes.
found one of those by the way. Never mind. Go ahead.
You saw a Bollywood BBL?
Yeah,
But so,
Auntie Desi BBL.
You saw a Punjabi BBL?
Well, I ain't call it that. You did. Shout out to my Punjabi people out there.
Keto, you fucking stupid. You did not see this.
I'm gonna send you the account. Watch.
Yeah, you gonna get us fucked up, Keto.
No, what's on yours, James?
but that's snakes, bro. Honestly, you go on my Instagram, it's like I don't know, Barron's racers and stuff.
Okay.
It's I always look up species I don't keep. I really like Barron's racers right now because I don't keep any. I think they're super cool.
Like,
Yeah,
Keto, what's on your Explorer page?
yeah. What's on yours?
Yeah, what's on your Explorer page? What do you send people a lot of?
I haven't been saying nothing lately, man. I've controlled myself. I've calmed down.
Listen, I haven't really talked to you that much in the last week, but I have received things from you. What do you
I know,
usually?
you talking about like the Chondro, right? Yeah.
No. That's not what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about the
What, bro?
messages, the digital messages that you send me.
What did I do?
You know what I'm talking about.
What? I haven't been saying nothing like nobody under 5 feet in a while.
Okay, you can say whatever you want to say.
I've been behaving myself, bro.
I mean, kinda. Only because you've been busy. You're not really behaving yourself. You are at the behest of your fucking job and your work schedule, your child's schedule. You're not being any better.
But
You
I
just
would
don't
say
have the
this though.
time to be
Shout out
yourself.
to shout out to everybody sending me the videos because that let me know two things. Y'all thinking about me. Also, I'm not the only one.
No, I don't think that's how that works. Because I send them
It
to
is.
you, and you're still the only one.
If you had a midget that was like 50 years old and play bingo, you going.
What the fuck makes you think I want to fuck around and
We know
watch
you look.
that?
We know you like them old women, the handicapped women, the ones that got the placard on they that minivan.
Um, sometimes.
Exactly. They get front door service.
I mean, I'm just trying to get dropped off at the Walgreens.
You just got that Alka-Seltzer before while she in there.
Yeah. I'm trying to see them put the little teeth in the glass and put that little tablet and watch it fizz up. Gummy time, baby.
Watch that. You said you can't. He said when she her heartburn go away, that's when you get up, huh?
Yeah. As soon as she start burping.
You're stupid, man.
All right, man.
Hey, so what's the name?
Question of the
James,
day.
y'all got a baby on the way soon, right?
Yeah,
Well,
baby,
now
all right.
he's here. 5 months old. So just had him. Yep.
Okay. It's your first
It's
one?
the first one, bro. Yeah. Lots of fun. We're having
Congratulations, man. How's
thank
fatherhood
you.
so far?
Thank you. Well, I love it, bro. I love being a dad. Best, you know? It's,
You not being like shitted on, peed on, and stuff.
You had a
it's
blowout yet? A blowout in the
but
store yet?
yeah, bro.
You
It's
got the back
Blow in
up
your
the back,
hand?
up the back.
he's
You
got
got
me
that
pretty
one.
good a few times, you know. But no, he's a really happy kid, man, and it's it's your
Good,
legacy, so it's all good stuff, you know.
good.
Yeah, bro.
Now, that was good to see you was born healthy and stuff, man.
Yeah,
But
That
man.
was a good feeling.
yeah, bro, yeah, it's the best, man.
What was
I'm
the
loving
weirdest
being.
shit that the wife was eating while she was pregnant?
Oh, bro. So the first like 3 weeks, she ate pizza every day, bro. Every day.
Shit,
Crazy.
bro.
It
My
was
wife,
nuts.
she ate cheese sticks from this place called Pizza Bowlies and Five Guys
Uh,
the entire pregnancy. And then like that was her first pregnancy. Like the second pregnancy was like normal. I think she
But,
was just feeding. She was
but
feeding
mm.
off arguments.
that's all those hormones. You can't do anything about it. You just gotta live with it, right?
You just gotta live with it. It's just like, all
Yeah.
right, well, I'm just gonna come here and I magically disappear to the bathroom.
It was, with the first kid, she wasn't specific. She ate everything.
Yeah.
But then her sister used to eat. She would put the ice cream cone in the cone, and then she
Okay.
would bite the head off jalapeno pepper and squeeze it on ice cream.
What type
Really?
of nut ass shit
Yes,
is that?
Crazy.
yes.
Yeah, that's
She
the
was like, "Oh,
hormones.
this is so good, try it." Nah, I'm good, player. Ain't no baby growing inside me, dog.
Fuck away from me with this weird ass shit she was trying to make me eat. It's just weird. That's how it goes, man. Sometimes with that shit, you just gotta be like, all right, well, this is just how it's gonna go until you're not pregnant anymore.
I
Well,
did.
you said,
She did have. I will say, Brittany did have weird cravings though. She was
yeah.
like, it would always be like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, some shit, man.
What else what would she be craving? Like besides
IHOP used to have this thing called like stuffed French toast with strawberry like glaze on it.
okay.
And
Come
she
on now,
just
let's
it
see
was like
more.
2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We got an IHOP around us that's 24 hours, and it's just I hated living next to IHOP, man, because it's
Making you go out at all times. Yeah.
dog. It was like 1:30 in the morning. Hey, man, babe, you think you go me some of that French toast?
Like, no, get away from me.
Damn, man.
I'm crazy. They always got the same excuse. I'm carrying your child.
Oh yeah,
Man,
bro.
Oh
your
yeah,
child
cool. I
don't
guess
care
I
about
could,
that shit.
could trade some of this for some of that, pregnant coochie.
I'm glad that
Yeah.
my son was hella wild in my wife's stomach. Like my daughter, she was cool. My son was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
She'd be like, he's fucking awful. I'm just like,
Cash used to be beating Brittany up because I think he used to hear her saying bad stuff about me.
yeah. No
Yeah.
silence. Oh, that's my road dog. She's
Yeah,
like,
you got my back.
she's like, your son was in there doing flips today. I'm just like, good.
Kick under uterus. Kick under uterus. Stomp on that bitch bladder.
Take some wild shits in there. Oh
Stomp
man,
on that bladder.
yeah. Pee everywhere. Pee everywhere.
No, I'm glad that
Man.
everything was successful, man. Y'all, he came along healthy. Good.
Yeah,
That's
man.
but yeah, he's all good. It's a blessing, It's all good stuff.
It's always wild to see them finally come out. You're just like, oh, they're here. And you're just like, oh, fuck, that's a human.
It's even weirder when one of your baby, you black, but your baby come out white, and you start looking at her like, you want to give her that, you want to warm up the shoulder.
I remember, I remember when my daughter came out because I had went to like my house was like 15 minutes away from the hospital, so I went to the house and like I was supposed to be like pretending to like take care of the dogs, and I took a nap, and then they called me. They were just like, the baby's almost here.
Right?
You
Y'all
gotta
think it's a
show up.
game? This how like look how light Khalil was, bro. He looked like you, James.
Yeah, no, he's real light. Yeah.
Right.
He
I
looks
started
like
wondering. I was
your,
wondering, but I saw his big ass nose. Like, man, I was like, all right, that. I'll be the Paul.
your son came out crunching munch colored. Uh,
It was the whitest baby I ever seen with a big nose.
he's just like, I don't know who baby this is. He might be Burundian or some shit. But I show up to the hospital and like they put the little thing over me, and she's like, "All right, man, you late, but we waited for you." And like they got like tubes down in her, and like I'm standing next to this black lady who's like the nurse, and she's already looking at me like I'm some fucking deadbeat father, and like she's just like, she's just like,
You can't prepackaged.
yeah, I came into the room a deadbeat father. So she's just like, all right, well, it's time to go. She was like, you should have been here 15 minutes ago. I'm like, why are you here now? So then she starts pushing, and there's like a cone of like black shit. It literally looks like a ice cream cone dipped in black glass, and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? And she's just like, that's your baby's head. It's
Yeah,
compressing.
it's
That's your
all
baby's head.
yeah. It look all
And
well. It look all
bro, like,
spectrum. Sorry.
like everything like went like numb. It was like Homeboy and Saving Private Ryan when he started storming the beach, and like I'm just sitting there looking around for like blown off body parts and shit. And then
You're gonna
like,
see a lot of weird body parts when you sliding out.
and then like she finally pushes her out, and I see this person, and I look at my daughter, and like she looks like me with a big ass nose, and like I knew she had my nose, and then I look at her, I was just like, that's Travis Jr.
All of you
So
got
then,
those big noses.
so shit, I was looking at her, and my wife is just like, let me see the baby. I want to see the baby. And I look at her, and I look at my wife, and I look at her, and then I give the baby to my wife. My wife was just like, it's my baby. I finally get to see it. She said, she was just like, this motherfucker look just like you. She's like, I've been sitting there holding this baby in for it to come out looking like
See,
you.
now Brittany would have said something to me like that. I would have picked out the placenta and slapped her with
She didn't say that. She didn't say that, but that baby, my daughter came out looking like me. That's that's Travis Jr. I call it Travis Jr. Uh,
it. You know what I'm saying?
and then I had my then I gave birth to my spirit animal, which is my son. Uh, I couldn't have dreamed of a better version of like a better copy of Travis than my son.
How
Or two.
how old's your son?
3. He's just beige with curly
Hey,
hair.
congratulations to you, Chris, on a new baby too. By the way,
Yeah,
our sponsor.
congratulations, Chris.
Yeah,
Congrats.
Congratulations to everybody having kids and taking care of them.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the best.
yeah, man. So, man, you got your son now. I told you earlier, don't be having no other kids. Just stop. Now you got to breathe some more snakes, man.
That's easy to
So,
say coming from a man with a vasectomy. So,
Oh yeah, bro, I got cut. I can't have no more kids.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah,
got the Johnson treatment.
I
yeah.
I couldn't, man. I couldn't do it. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I can't either, dog. I don't trust nobody to go down there and get
Well, yeah,
no scissors.
it's scary. It's
Bro,
scary
my
Yeah,
shit.
you
vis-
fuck around, hit the wrong vein, and I ain't got no more
Exactly.
feeling down there.
I
I'm
don't
coming
know.
back and I'm shooting this motherfucker up. Cause
bro,
ain't
you
no
know it's
amount of money
wild.
to sue to get it back right.
You
No.
know it's wild. This motherfucker was giving me lidocaine in my fucking testicles with this long ass
Really?
needle. And he
Oh yeah,
was
this
just
is
like,
something better.
so he's like, it really helps us when you get good referrals. So it'd be really helpful you can leave us a Google review. I was like, bro, it feels like a fucking hornet just stung my testicle. Why are you talking to me about this? And then he's
That's
just
crazy.
like,
He was doing that while he was following your balls. He was telling you to do that.
so then like they actually when they was like cutting the fucking cable and like
Oh, come on, man. I
burning
don't
the
want to hear
end,
this shit, man. Come on, man.
the girl the girl had said
Wow.
something. He was like, "Oh, I'll be there in a second," and then like he's burning the end, so you smell like your fucking tube burning. And then,
Come
and
on,
then he's just
man.
like, "Hey man, so you like Drake?" I was just like, "Bro, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, he's trying to slide something up in you, bro. He's trying
I was like, "Bro, you make a fucking Kiki, do you love me? Fucking
no,
TikTok in this
that
room
wasn't
with
gonna
my
be no
nuts out.
lidocaine.
I would
He,
shoot you, nigga. I would shoot you."
that wasn't no lidocaine, bro. That was cocaine, bro. That was liquid. Yeah, you like you
Uh,
woke up.
I was awake the entire time. You don't go to sleep. You were there for the entire procedure.
Fuck no,
You
I'm
awake.
good. I'm good. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
stay
bro.
pulling out, bro. But the
Yeah, you
IUD
just
up in it.
you fucking you feel the pressure when they
Oh,
pull that bitch and they cut it and then they burn that shit.
man.
You can put
So
the
Man,
IUD in me,
like that.
but I ain't finna let you snip or nothing to burn nothing.
what if they got to put the IUD in your butt though?
Come on, bro. It's a one time thing. How long, bro? Like, do I need like a replacement or something, or is it one time? That's it.
You get the booty IUD, bro. Oh man, you're gonna be okay, Keno. One day you're gonna get a vasectomy, bro. It's
No,
gonna
I'm
be
not,
okay.
bro. Actually,
Yeah,
I'm not.
you are. You're gonna get
I
a
like, I
vasectomy.
ain't gonna lie. I like playing Russian roulette.
You do. Yo, Keno, you gonna be that sugar daddy with like a kid at like 61.
What's wrong with that, bro? He was like 27. He was like 27. You know what I'm saying? With child.
They're gonna be like, man, they gonna tell your son, be like, man, you look just like your daddy. He gonna be like, I never knew. I never knew.
I'm gonna put that Clarence card on. You
Clarence Carter,
stroking.
Clarence Carter.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, James, I'm sorry. We've been fucking around this entire
Well, yeah, I
episode.
appreciate it.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. When I'm like 70 or 80, I'm gonna still be getting it out that jam.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I bet you are. Keno gonna have a Pez dispenser with Viagra in it.
Pop four, I'm gonna get right.
Yeah.
Get busy. You know what I'm saying? Throw my hip out.
Pop a Viagra, I'm sweating. Woo.
I'm gonna throw my hip out tonight, baby. Woo.
He gonna be like, yo, you gonna need to give me an Epsom salt bath before I get in there tonight. Get all
Hey,
loose
shout out
for
to
you.
Epsom salt baths, man. They underrated, bro.
They are underrated, bro. They are Epsom salt baths. We don't talk about them enough, but they saved a lot of us during sports.
Yeah, I don't think I
Especially
ever
during
really
sports,
did
bro.
one.
You've never had an Epsom salt bath?
I don't think so. No.
You need to have one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be
You
like,
play football, James?
what? No, no. Yeah, I used to be a fighter. I did like MMA, cage fighting, all that stuff.
You never like did the Epsom salt during recovery?
No, I didn't know about it. I really
It was
did.
you said
I
just straight cocaine, huh?
should.
Just straight.
Listen, James, you need to take an Epsom salt bath at least once in a while. Also, it helps you reduce like inflammation, so you look skinnier when you get out of the water anyway.
Ah, cool. I
But
need that.
that's what he lied because that shit ain't work for me.
It worked for me.
Uh,
I used to do Epsom salt baths before heightened weights all the time.
Yeah,
that's a
I
lie.
got to
I'm
I got
still
to give it
fat.
a
I
shot.
take Epsom salt bath a lot. I'm still fat, so he's lying.
I'm talking about for when I was in the army. Before heightened weights, I used to take Epsom salt baths, draw
Yeah,
some of that shit. Yeah,
you just fill up the whole bathtub with it. You just put a scoop in,
yeah.
scoop
You
of
just
that.
put like a cup in
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, you just sit in there and get you some nice, uh, lavender Epsom salt. Just chill in it.
Feels feels good. It's nice, like
Yeah,
therapeutic.
yeah. It's real soothing. You feel it,
Kind of
and
want
then
to give it a shot now.
you should, man.
Yeah.
It's self care, bro. It's self care without the stigma.
Okay. Self care is important. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try an Epsom salt bath.
Hey James, do you remember the Crown Royal bags, the purple bags?
What?
Shut the fuck up.
What about the Crown Royal?
Do
What?
you remember the purple and gold bag?
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah. I
family
remember.
bag? Okay. Just asking.
Ignore that. Just fucking ignore that.
I just asking.
Kiddo, you got anything else, man?
Did you used to collect the velvet bags?
What's up?
When you bought Crown Royal, did you collect the bags?
When I buy Crown Royal, do I collect the bag?
Do you
Yeah,
keep
like
the bags?
keep the velvet bag.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah.
Right.
But
Right.
you got a collection.
Ignore that.
You got a
No,
collection of Crown Royals.
Oh,
ignore
Chavez
that.
do. Chavez, that's what Chavez like. He got multiple bags around his house. That's all I'm gonna say. I think one of them he keep like prestigious quarters in or something like that.
I
Yeah.
had. What the fuck is a prestigious quarter, bro? What the fuck? What do you think? I got the quarter from like a president himself?
No, you
No,
got all
bro.
those quarters with the states on the 50 different states.
I remember I had one of those little maps where you get to collect the quarters and you put them all for the state
I
to
knew it.
each state. And my sister stole all them fucking quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking heifer. She stole all my motherfucking quarters.
How long were
Heifer.
you working on it for?
Like 4 years.
Ah, it sucks.
Yeah, she's a fucking shitty person.
I would have had to beat her.
All right, man.
Hey,
I think
so
that's been us for tonight, James. You got anything else that you want to say?
what? No, great talking to you guys. Do it again sometime soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, have
James,
fun.
we love to have you back, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thanks, Kino. Great
We
talking to
can
you
have a night
yeah,
where we stay on topic better.
guys.
yeah. And then hopefully next time I won't be dealing with these rambunctious parents.
But yeah, it was fun. It was fun talking to you guys. Yeah, let's do it again sometime. All right.
The parents are gonna be there for you, Kino. They're gonna make sure that you have a nice pizza party at the end of the season.
Actually, that's crazy. They was talking about doing it at the end of the season for the kids, a pizza party.
Because that's what every employee gets from a shitty management chain. They all get a pizza party.
Wow,
Whenever everybody's about to quit, they're like, "Yo, let's give y'all a pizza party."
wow.
Is it true, bro? right.
All right,
That's
guys.
been us for the Chondro Bar Room. We appreciate James for coming through. We appreciate each other. I
For sure we
appreciate
do.
Keno. I love him. That's my bro. And that's been us for the CBR. Y'all have a good night.
Till
All
next
right,
time.
see you
Hey,
guys.
hit those codes.
Stay fast and
In the
steady.
Hit them
Box
codes.
City,
Hit
Chondro
the
Bar Room
codes. Hit the Dougie.
20. And use that code for Cold Blood and get you some feeders, my brother.
All right.
Let's see.
Not feet
Hold on.
pick.
You got it
Not
right
feet
tonight
pick.
because you called them. No, you don't. So hit up Cold Blooded. The Cold Blooded cafe.
Oh, I gotta change that.